Flows in like the ocean's tide. Diamonds popping, we don't got.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SBU, Swollen Ballers University, the one and only show on the internet dedicated and scientifically engineered to get your pockets on swole. Pencils down, eyes up, class is in session. You're talking to the host, your mean dean of Swollen Ballers University, Naz Janis himself. I want to get eyes on our esteemed guest speaker this evening. It is Evan Sanford, and he is going to be speaking to us about his experience in crypto. This is actually the guy that got me into crypto. While we're at it, we are joined, as always, by my beloved producer and faithful sidekick, Doug Bass, in the sound booth. And while we are at it, let's kick it off. Lesson 1. We're going to actually start out talking about a little current events. There's a lot of shit going on in the world of finance these days. Economics, they're popping off. Shit's going crazy. And I wanted to pick your brains about this a little bit. So I was
interesting times, baby.
I mean, it's unprecedented times. If I was a lesser piece of shit, I'd be like, unprecedented times is more like it. This is I was looking through all the headlines today. It was so fucking hard not to find one that they were just like the same ones, like, oh, the tariffs and shit. Oh, yeah. What about instead of tariffs, it was terroriffs, and it was like an Afghani guy that like sold opium or some shit.
Funny enough, Nas, a lot of Afghanis sell opium. That's part of the Golden Triangle.
And they're getting rich off of it, which I think, you know, that's the baller rule number 502. Just sell drugs. Just sell fucking drugs. It's a bear market.
It is a bear market, and we just had a brilliant idea. You know what coin we need to make? Opium coin.
Opium coin.
Let's go.
Heroin coin. It's just you're incentivized every time you like rip off one of your scabs or something.
Yeah, and you can buy our opium coin with EBT.
Yes, the only crypto fueled by EBT, baby.
Give us your snap, baby. We love it.
Well, I was watching this thing, and it's Florida is bringing back child labor.
Florida is how it's pronounced.
Florida is actually he's an indentured child servant now. He went backwards. They're making him rap.
All the plebs are about to be, you know.
Well, also, whoa, I just thought of a brilliant idea. Baller rule number 502. When they bring back child labor, all the underage influencers now have to work for free. That's actually part of the tariffs, yeah.
Thank God.
Thank God.
And let's be honest, Nas, Florida's just doing what everyone's already doing, you know what I mean? Because child labor didn't go anywhere. You know what I mean? It's been a big driver of economies of like Vietnam, Indonesia, myself, okay? My first job, 10 years old, cleaning bathrooms and pizza places, all right?
Jesus.
That was in America.
Pizza shits. That's hard.
I am a pizza shit.
That's classic. That is hard work, though. You're cleaning toilets at a pizza place. People just going in there, just spraying marinara all over the fucking toilet bowl like a Jackson Pollock painting. That shit ain't right, man. That is not at 10. All right, but you know what? Honestly, I was thinking like we need to bring back because these kids are lazier than shit.
That's Veter, says, like save money. You know what I mean? Work jobs, work your tits off, and then put it in the stock markets for Daddy T to ruin.
I don't know who that guy is, but I choose to believe you just said a slur. Second thing on the agenda. I'm looking at this other thing, and it said that China has just boosted meal purchases for Indian rapeseed. I don't know who wrote that. I don't want to touch that one. Let's let that go.
Say that all over again.
China has boosted meal purchases for Indian rapeseed, which I thought I was like, that's racist. First of all, let these guys, I mean, even the seeds aren't even safe.
Nobody's safe.
Anyway, so let's not touch that one. This is actually a positive Indian story. India has just passed Germany as the third largest wind and solar producer in the world.
Bullshit.
I don't know. I fucking read that off some guy.
China?
No, India.
India?
Yeah.
No way.
I don't fucking know.
Over the Germans?
According to this thing I drew, it said that that's true. I don't fucking know. I just read that earlier. Also, well, solar I get. Wind, is it like a windy ass country or some shit?
It's not windy. Actually, I would say the worst turbulence I've experienced on a regular basis is flying over the subcontinent in between the Middle East and Southeast Asia.
Was that due to the wind or the shitty ass?
Generally, Nas, I don't know if you know, turbulences are caused by air and wind pockets.
Well, I thought the plane might have just sucked.
No, these were Airbus aircraft. They weren't Boeing.
Also, I'm just saying that, but it's not even true. Like, they have like nuclear weapons and shit. They're like they went to space and shit. Like, they're not that. It's just racist, really. And I don't know why Doug would say something like that. Really, I don't know. That is crazy.
Well, he is a white man, so.
Well, that's
Doug is already regretting his.
And that's why
I have a degree.
Is an honorary.
I have 4 degrees.
I got 98 degrees on fucking mixtape at my house, 24/7.
Waka waka woo.
Well, the girls of summer, pretty time summer. Oh wait, that was LFO. Never mind.
LFAMO.
I don't. DOGE. This is a finance podcast at some point, right? We're gonna talk about something at some point.
So I mean, we're talking about fucking news. Let's talk about what Daddy T is doing for us crypto boys.
What's
he doing?
What's he up to?
I'm gonna tell you what he's doing.
What's he up to?
He just tanked the stock market and erased $8 trillion of capital. Awesome. That's so great. You know why, Nas? I'm gonna tell you why. Because now the stock market is a piece of shit. No one wants to invest in it. Where are they going to put their money? Crypto, baby.
As all baller alumni know, we got a 3-step process. What do? Pump, dump, rug pull, baby. That's a 3-step process. Keep that in mind at all times.
Always.
Couple other things going on right now. Oh, yes. Yeah, I saw this too earlier today. AI is set to replace 40% of jobs by 2030. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, man. It's super cool. You know what's even cooler is it's going to be a lot of middle-class jobs. You know what I mean? The AI is not taking toilet scrubbers jobs. You know what I mean?
I'm not.
AI is not taking CEO jobs.
They're definitely not.
It's taking well-paid middle-class jobs, boy. That's what we're here for.
They're definitely not taking my job, being a pimp. But
AI can't sell pussy, baby.
I'd fuck a robot.
That is a different thing, but yeah, man. You go to Japan, you can fuck one tomorrow.
Well, we're coming up with artificial intelligence, and they're inventing these sex robots. But they feel like they're too intelligent. Like, we need to invent
like women.
Artificial.
So we need to make dumb intelligent.
Like artificial traumatized robots with like no morals and shit. That's a good ass idea.
I think that's just a program. I don't know if that's artificial intelligence.
Well, we'll do stuff to them. I don't know.
You can do all sorts of things to them, baby.
Man.
They don't have souls.
And I'm gonna be unemployed, so I'm gonna be mad and drunk.
Wait, are you employed?
Bitch ass robot. No, after the robots take my job, after they steal this after AI steals this podcast, then
don't worry, because Daddy T is bringing back manufacturing to the U.S. so you can have a menial sewing job in a sweatshop for like $3.50 an hour, babe.
Man,
Daddy T's got your back.
Man, that's for kids. That's for kids. That's kids stuff. That'd be funny as shit. Like, after they bring back child labor, it's like, when I was growing up, I would swing a sledgehammer all fucking day and dig ditches. It's gonna be the only generation that you can't say that to anymore. They're like, I was doing that when I was 5 years old, you pussy.
Yeah.
I was fucking laying bricks. Yeah, I was doing that when I was fucking like 3 months old, you bitch.
Yeah.
Like the young, like whatever's under Gen Alpha, we're never gonna be able to school them. They're gonna be like, nah, it was a fucking chimney sweep.
Yeah.
We don't even have chimneys anymore. They've made more chimneys so that I could get my lungs full of soot.
Well, we don't have chimneys in California because of the heat.
This is the beautiful, beautiful weather. Shout out.
It's only gonna get hotter, baby. Let's go, global warming.
I was thinking about fucking global warming earlier. It's like when the ice caps melt and then they cool down the earth and then we all go into like an ice age and shit. That's really the prime time to be in like the coal industry. Like we're gonna go back to like fucking making houses out of like moss peat and shit.
Well, they are bringing back the woolly mammoth. They brought back the dire wolf today.
That would be rad.
So we're gonna have plenty of woolly mammoth to hunt and build homes out of their skin and their bones. So we're gonna be fine.
That's actually the first sign that global warming is real. They're like, we got to get these animals back.
We got to get the cold bitches back.
We got to get dire wolves and mammoths.
Once the hot's over, the cold is coming.
We're gonna need some to eat around here.
And it ain't gonna be vegan. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm gonna ride around on a hippo with a fucking saddle on it. That's gonna be pretty cool.
I would pay money to see you do that.
And then I just die like in 2 seconds.
Yeah, immediately.
That'd be so cool.
Like, was it the hippos kill more people in Africa than crocodiles do?
No, they're the scariest animals of all time.
No. They're absolutely
2,000
adorable. They're beautiful, but they will kill you.
You ever seen those midget hippos?
Yeah, everyone knows Mudang, baby.
Is that a midget? I thought it was just like retarded or something.
Well,
I thought it was just like a fucked up regular hippo.
I think it's just a baby.
Oh yeah, it was a baby or something. Right?
So are you saying all babies are retarded?
Technically. Well, they ain't no shit. That's why they do all the menial tasks. That's why they do day labor. That's why in 2 years they're all going to be day laborers and shit. And they could never run a successful university online.
Yeah,
.edu.
They're not from Phoenix, baby.
Like myself. Well, that was pretty cool, but it reminded me of this, actually. This last one I thought was interesting. It also relates to wildlife. And I was trying not to bring up the tariffs and shit because everyone's talking about the tariffs and stuff. But so there are tariffs placed on islands that are solely inhabited by penguins. I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, fuck them birds.
I was literally like, fuck penguins.
This ain't Philly. Fuck them birds.
They don't pay their fair share. You're a bird, but you swim around and shit. Yeah. Choose one.
Yeah. You're not the chicken of the sea. You're not tuna.
It's fucking gross is what it is. There's a place.
Really.
I believe it's the only place in the entire world where it's like a SeaWorld, but you instead of swimming with like dolphins, you can swim with penguins and shit.
Like an establishment?
Yeah, and it's in America. I forgot to mention. That's the weird part. It's in America.
You can swim with penguins?
Pangos.
Where?
I think it's literally like saying like Missouri or something.
Of course.
It's not even anywhere near the ocean.
That's not a state, it's a territory. So they get by with other things over there like lack of education.
For a second,
things like that.
For a second, I was like, "That's kind of cool. Like that sounds maybe like it might be fun." It looks refreshing because penguins love.
Wait! Of course, it's cool. What are you talking about? Who in their right mind does not want to swim with a bunch of little penguins?
Well, once you look into it, then it's because they live in the water, so all they do is they're shitting and pissing. Like you have to like.
You realize what the ocean is?
No, I mean, but it's like a fake pool, so you're basically just swimming around in a penguin toilet. It's fucking gross. You're just getting.
How is that different than an ocean?
Because it's more widespread.
But there's more critters in the ocean.
Well, that's why I drink ocean water every day, so I build up an immunity.
So then you can go swimming with the penguins because you have the immunity. I
mean, people do, but they're like, I was reading the reviews online, and they were like, yeah, there's a lot of. It smelled like shit. I was like, all right, I'm good. I'm going to Missouri to swim with penguins. Also, that's
the only reason anyone would go to Missouri.
They can't be healthy penguins either. They like maybe in the wild they're like eating like fish and shit. They're probably giving them like canned tuna and shit.
You think so?
They got to import. Well, it's not fresh tuna.
First of all, you know that we have tuna in America, right?
Where?
of the Pacific.
Exactly. But they got to import it. It takes like 2 days. That shit ain't fresh.
Okay.
Them penguins. Anyways, basically, this whole thing was a front, and I have 30 pages exposing this penguin operation. And I want to.
What's it called?
It's just some guy. It's just a guy named like Phil, and he
Fill me up with penguins.
he just has a bunch of penguins, and he it's his backyard. He just throws a bunch of like ice cubes and shit from 7-Eleven in there, and he's like, "Yeah, fucking swim around with them. Who cares? You can do stuff to him if you want."
That's real America.
Hey man, and official SBU Swollen Ballers University endorsement of Phil, because that man's a true entrepreneur.
Yeah,
He
he is on the level of Joe Exotic. Let's be honest.
He had resources, he had assets, and he did
Penguins.
what he had to do to start a small business. He goes, I got penguins, I got a pool. 7-Eleven's got like a bunch of bags of ice and shit. Throw on some swim trunks and just jump in there.
That's a true entrepreneur. You know what I mean? He had an asset and he wanted to get returning gains. You know, he wanted to continue that. He could have made them into chicken nuggets. He could have sold that meat. He could have sold them penguins to McDonald's, made a quick buck.
That's actually kind of a good ass idea.
But now he's getting returning, you know, because as long as those penguins are alive, they're making the money. And then guess what? When they die, he can still make the chicken nuggets.
Well, I mean, we eat all types of foul creatures. Not foul creatures, but fowls.
Both. The answer is both. We do both of those things.
But why? So why not eat penguins? People probably do. Probably like in fucking Alaska and shit.
Well, penguins don't exist there. So they don't.
Probably in like fucking Maine or some shit. They're eating penguins.
That's less likely to have penguins.
Well, I know for a fact they're banging them out in Nova Scotia.
They also do not exist in New Scotland.
Save the penguins. That's what I'm saying. They're out there. People are doing stuff to them.
You realize that penguins only exist in the southern part of the cold part of the world, right? Like they're only Antarctic and whatnot. They're not in the north.
Actually, you know what? I know a lot about birds for some reason. Doug, can you pull this up? I want to see. I believe there are African penguins. No jokes, please.
No. Well, South Africa extends it's the farthest south of a big landmass. So though there's islands that are technically a part of the African continent that house penguins.
Is it cold over there?
Yeah.
Maybe in elevation. I don't fucking know.
Where do penguins be?
I guess actually.
Where do penguins be?
We actually already. I think you answered it. He already beat you to it. There are penguins in Africa.
Yeah, you're basically asking if I'm wrong.
Southern Hemisphere.
Thank you.
Antarctica and Antarctic islands.
No penguins in Africa.
Technically, some of those Antarctic islands can be considered part of the African continent.
From Australia to Africa, it says.
That's what I'm saying. They're islands, though. They're not on the mainland. They're not on the mainland of Australia. They're not on the mainland of Africa.
Are there warm weather penguins? Is fucking Australia cold too?
Well, no. It's, again, islands south of Australia.
It's just technically part of their continent.
Exactly.
Man, that country's a continent.
That country is a continent.
I don't like it. We got to split them up. It's not fair.
Divide and conquer.
It's not fair that
I like that coming from the red tie on your head. Clearly, you know what you're talking about. Divide and conquer.
Look, if I
Split
didn't have
the people
this
up.
tie casually tied around my head, would people know that I'm chill?
Yes.
Thanks. I do want to touch base, and we're going to get into how you got into crypto and what your portfolio is like, where you think the market's going.
Yes.
But I think right now would be a great time. I don't know if you guys have been seeing. We're enjoying ourselves. Doug, can I get a wide shot? We are enjoying a delicious, you mind calling them out here?
Tequila Comisario.
Comisario. And this is the preferred drink of Swollen Ballers University. And you can catch everyone on campus drinking that shit. From freshman orientation straight up to the dean's office, baby. We fucking...
He's the dean.
That's all we drink. It's I get wasted off this shit, and I go on campus and I ride a Segway. I don't even care.
He gives no fucks, people.
Also, it's an online school, so I'm just drunk driving a outdated Segway. It's just a hoverboard, and I attach some bicycle handles to it, and I just go driving around town, and I run people over.
Where's the campus?
It's an online school, but the campus is online. The school is
It's on the web,
It's-
Doug. If you ever surfed the web, you've surfed the campus.
it's in your heart is where it is.
No, because you should never have your money where your heart is.
That's a good point.
Okay,
Swollen
bitches
baller,
will take all your money.
Swollen Ballers rule number 502. When it comes to finance, no heart. No heart.
You think Daddy T has that shit? No, he's got no heart. That's why he's got the money.
Girl.
I'm a man.
Oh, yeah.
This is a right wing financial situation.
No,
and
that's why
I'm a fucking man.
That's why I'm
I have a dick. It is 2 inches big,
That's
and all the ladies love it.
why I misgender others to make myself feel better.
You should. And
But-
we're in West Hollywood, so it's the perfect place to do it.
Swollen Ballers rule number 502. Misgender others to make yourself feel better about yourself.
When you're feeling bad about yourself, it's always good to make others feel bad because
Put people down.
that's what America was built on.
Put people down.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, bad financial times. Let's invade Vietnam.
Oh, actually, you know what? Now that we're talking about crypto, I think that right now would be a good time to invest in like pavement companies. Because if this is going to be anything like the last Great Depression, there's going to be a bunch of people jumping out of windows and shit, breaking up all the sidewalks. And you get the
And
contract.
you need to fix them.
Yeah, somebody's going to. What if a pregnant woman wants to walk by?
Yes, that pregnant women do tend to walk. And
their feet hurt, and now they got to walk on all this
swollen.
broken concrete and like
Yeah.
stockbrokers' brains and shit. Somebody's got to fix it. So we're starting a new
We're
thing.
here for it.
We're starting a new. It's gonna be Crete coin, and you're incentivized every time that you fix a sidewalk, your coin increases in value.
Yes.
Crete coin. And
Right.
what do we do with this new emerging market? Say it with me. Pump, dump, rug pull, baby.
Baby.
We make a cool 60 G's and we walk off.
60 G's? We're making more than 60 G's. That's just what we're reporting on our taxes.
Boom. I like your style. Baller rule number 2. Just cheat on your taxes. Who cares?
Baby, Daddy T's in the office. You know what I mean? The IRS is getting gutted. There's no more fucking accountability.
IRS, more like see you later. Sucker. I have all my money tied up in offshore accounts in Zimbabwe.
That is something we need to talk about off air.
I have like 600 trillion Zimbabwe dollars. It's like $50,000 American.
It's about 12. It's about $12.
Shout out to all my Zimbabwe foreign exchange students over there at SBU East.
Bulawayo campus in the house.
That was racist.
You should do a segment now where you're like, all right, now we're at the part of the show where Evan, you invest your money with the school.
Shark Tank style.
Like a scam.
Well, I was going to bring it up earlier. This all stays in. I was going to bring this up earlier, and I think it's a good time that you're on the podcast. You're getting free publicity, and you should probably
For what?
For your investment advice.
Yes.
You should probably pay me.
Then it wouldn't be free anymore.
There you go. Baller rule number 202. Don't do anything for free and fleece all your friends. Baller rule number 209. No friends in finance.
Listen, I like where your head's at, and I like where you're going with this.
Really?
Yeah, because
Doug,
it
can I
makes
get a hard
sense.
cam? My head is like fucking swollen and alcoholic and sweaty. Do you like that?
Yes, of course. You should absolutely have no friends in finance, and you should absolutely not do anything for free.
I think you meant literally. Look at my fucking head. This headband's soaking up a good amount of sweat. That's a clip-on too. You can check that.
Why are you sweating?
I've been drinking in the direct sunlight all day.
Yeah, well, I am fat, and I'm quite comfortable.
Doug, get my clip on. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cute.
I like the color. You know what I mean?
That's racist.
Yeah, this is Daddy T's America. It's important that you are.
I thought you were gonna say something earlier about the African penguins, like how they're all black. Well,
I'm not walking into that trap.
some penguins they're black and white. I thought you were gonna say something about that, and I didn't. I was gonna cut you off because I said that's not this kind of show. This is not that kind of show.
I don't think you know what kind of show this is yet.
I'm just putting words in your mouth. I could lie all day.
As long as it's only words you're putting in my mouth.
Oh, okay, then I'm not gonna bring up this next segment. Let's talk about your. Let's talk about your portfolio here. Who we looking at? Ethereum, Bitcoin. Who's coming up?
Baby boy, what is Warren Buffett telling you? Passive income, okay? What's better than passive income?
Pasadena.
Free passive income. I'm talking about that Pi coin, baby.
Never heard of it.
Right here. I know everyone's saying it's an Indian and Chinese scam. But Pi coin, you mine it. This is a crypto podcast. You guys know what mining is. You're trying to buy a fucking Bitcoin miner for fucking 10 grand? No. Your phone mines it for free. Passive income. Baby, I'm pulling in like one coin every 4 days. You know what the coin's value is worth right now?
6.2 Bitcoins.
54 cents American. That's
That is-
right.
that is
54 cents every 4 days for free. Passive motherfucking income. And they say, and when I say they, I mean the internet. They say these coins could be worth $500 each by 2030.
That's pretty solid.
And if that happens,
is it? I didn't do the math on that.
huh?
That's like 5 years from now.
Correct.
Our freshman class will be in their third year of their associate's degree by then. I assume they'll all fail.
First of all, it's called investing, brah. We're here for the long, short term.
I thought when you said an investment, you wanted me to wear a vestment. That was stupid. I'm sorry. I thought you wanted
listen,
me
I'll fuck you in whatever you're wearing. I don't
in
care.
a petticoat.
Sure, put on your petticoat.
Actually, this baller rule number 502, wear a petticoat and call it an investment. And then people be like, what? And you're like, get it? Because I'm in investment. And then they'll be like, that was fucking stupid. And while they're too confused by the dumb thing you said, that is when you slide in, crash their 401k, pump, dump, rug pull, baby. We walk away with a cool 60 G's.
Pi coin. Get it now, because you're going to be a billionaire.
It'd be cool if Picoin was only worth, what's it, $3.4?
53 cents at the moment.
That's where it maxes out. Like, you can only make $3 off it. Because it's Picoin.
No, man. No, listen. I know Binance is saying it's a scam, but who's Binance? You know what I mean? In the crypto world, does anybody really care about Binance?
Probably more like Buy Nancy, boy.
Bye,
Jeez.
Nancy Pelosi. Okay. This is Daddy T's land.
Like, what does she have to do with it? Buy Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't even know who you are. Why are you
Oh,
talking?
she knows.
Why are you...
She knows who we are.
Well, we're definitely on their radar
because of that day we went into her office.
And
So she knows who we are.
that's where I got the idea to put all my money in Zimbabwe coin. She stole my idea.
She steals everything, America.
Stole my heart when I figured out she was insider trading. I'll
She's
tell you
got
that
some
one.
great cans, I know.
She's a piece of ass. Yeah, man. So Picoin's where it's at as of right now.
That's where we're putting all our money, babes.
So it's between Picoin, Zimbabwe coin, Crete coin,
Doge.
Doge. Is that good? Is that pop? What is that popping right now?
Doge is listen. We all saw The Wolf of Wall Street, so we all know you don't make your money from the AT&Ts and the Walmarts. You got to go with the penny stocks, okay? Those pink sheets. Do you know what Doge is at right now?
I don't even know what pink sheets are. I thought you meant something that happens when a girl has her first period.
It ain't pink, baby.
Like when a guy comes in a girl's pussy and she's on her period. I thought that's what pink sheets were.
I don't know if you know what blood is. Dogecoin, my dude, is at like 12 cents. Okay? Penny stocks. That's how we...
Penny farthings. Those bicycles with the big ass wheels.
That is not what a penny farthing is, but...
Yes, it is.
No. Penny, a farthing. A farthing is just another word for a British pence.
What the hell is a penny farthing? I mean, what the hell are those bikes with the big ass wheel called? Like, we all don't have phones. I could usually just look it
It's
up.
just the fucking dumbass British bikes.
Yeah, those bikes sucked. Anyways, we're not here to talk. This ain't bicycle hour here. We're here to talk about penny coin. Penny. What were you talking about?
Penny stocks, baby, but not anymore because Daddy T just destroyed all our 401ks. Okay, which means the money now has to go into what? Crypto. So they're gonna buy the shit that's the lowest. So that's what we do. We get on shit fucking coins that aren't worth anything, convince everyone else that they're worth something, and then what do? Your three things.
So, pumped up rug pull.
Boom, baby.
I thought you were going to go back to selling heroin. I thought that's what we were talking
Well, that is always a secondary mode of...
Join the Taliban, invest in a couple AKs, and then take over some of them fields. You stand to make upwards of 6 to 9 Picoins. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. I'm calling it. That's the next big stock. Heroin coin.
Dope coin.
Dope coin.
That's why I get paid, baby. Marketing.
That's why you should break me off a piece. This is free advertisement for your marketing company. You do like PR for the fucking ISIS. You're like, look, they're just hard working investors. They were on this child labor shit before anybody.
Everyone's on. Dude, this is why Trump is here, man. Because every other fucking country in the world has been profiting from their children, except for the good old U.S. of fucking A. Why are we not? Because the dirty Dems came in and took away our fucking children. Okay, and
Slavery.
No. Well, we could. That should be an option. That should be an option. We should be able to sell them into that.
That's racist.
But they just took them, and they turned them into blood so they could live forever. And what's better than blood? Money. So that's why we should keep our kids and put them to fucking work.
I think
like
if
the
you
forefathers
can make
wanted.
money by killing people, you should do it.
What do you think we've been doing, baby? What do you think Raytheon does? You know what I mean?
I mean,
Lockheed Martin,
as
baby.
a small investor, I think each human being should be allowed to lower the population a little bit. Honestly, don't even just like not have kids and kill people. Like maybe the closest thing to a wise investment at this point would just be like slice your dick off and throw it into a burning building. Just like we're not dealing with life at all at this point. We're just like every man for themselves. I'm a eunuch and I'm in the wasteland and I'm gonna cannibalize some motherfuckers.
Well, I don't agree with any of that.
It's a good investment because you're not spending any money.
You can still blow your loads, buddy, and not create humans.
Well, if
I don't
you
know
slice
if you know
your
that.
dick off, you can still finger your dick hole.
Well, that is not the same as blowing a load, my friend.
Oh, you said blow a load. I thought you said go below as a euphemism for licking your own former penis orifice. I don't know what the fuck. Hey, has anyone ever said this? That Marilyn Manson got his dick removed so he could eat ribs easier? Has anyone said
And this is the moment we go off the rail.
Well, I mean, it's a relevant question in today's economy. People love ribs.
People do love ribs,
they
but
love
I
barbecue.
think, to be honest, I think ribs are falling out of fashion. I think the wing has become the preferred bone meat situation.
First of all, I've always said this, big fan of bone meat. Right now, I'm calling it. If you're out there, invest in bone coin now. But you're talking wings.
Bone.
We're talking chicken wings.
Correct.
I love myself some fucking buffalo.
Who doesn't?
Um,
Communists and Canadians.
yeah, and people from Rochester.
No, they still love it.
They would no, they think they thought of it. I'm a proud Buffaloian for life, and I can't stand those assholes.
What do you think? What are your thoughts on buffalo style pizza?
I can take it or leave it.
Not a big cup and char guy, I see.
I don't know what the hell that cup and char. It sounds like something you do after you burn somebody's body and then you cup check them. I don't know. Kick them in the dick.
Listen,
What the hell
have
is
been
cup and char? I need to know.
It's when the pepperonis cup up, and they have the crispy on the outside. Oh, sounds like you're into cup and char. Also looks like you eat ass.
I did for a while. That was back when I was on a lot of cocaine.
Sure.
But I do enjoy cupped up pepperoni slices. The thing is, there's this trend of putting too much pepperoni. And so it's like...
What the? Wait, hold on. There's no such thing as too much pepperoni. I thought you were American.
Nope, I'm Zimbabwean. I changed my status so I could hide offshore.
Yes, changing your status is the easiest way to change your nationality.
I got wrapped up in this pirate thing. I thought it was like the Pirate Bay. Turns out there are these African guys going out robbing boats.
Great.
That's a good investment.
Boats or bullets?
Boats. You go out, you steal a couple boats, you take them for all they're worth. Then they make a movie about you. You know that guy's getting residuals, right? I am the captain now. Guy's rich.
Residuals are dead.
That
Those
guy's
don't happen
rich.
anymore.
It's one of the biggest movies of all time. That guy's
Nominated for an Oscar.
no, not the actor. I mean the actual pirate. Yeah, the guy that raped Captain Phillips. They left that part out of the movie.
I was hoping we'd get through the episode with that word. Without that word.
Well, I didn't do it. That fucking guy did it, and then Captain Phillips lied about it and tried to make himself sound cool in the movie. Read the book, the African guy's book. It's written in like fucking child soldier's blood and shit.
Lovely.
He's a wise investor
How so?
because he just bought a couple rusty AKs and now he's a movie star.
Well, he's not American. So.
Well, that's why he's never going to actually win in life. But, you know, I'm not holding it against him. He's a good guy.
You got any more news?
Do you say news or nudes? Because I got some shit in here.
I don't want to see your news.
I got some drawings.
I don't want to see a picture of your dick.
Oh, it's an interpretation, an artistic rendering. We're at 40? I like my style.
Nice.
That was the original logo. That's not actually a picture of my dick. If you guys are watching, if you're listening to the audio only on Spotify,
It looks like a ripoff of the Harvard Shield, if you're familiar with that.
I want to go on record and say it's legally distinct. It is legally distinct.
It is illegally undistinct.
Those are weed leaves, obviously. They are not
Because we're in California.
olive branches of peace.
No.
It's like,
No.
hey.
There's no peace in the finance world, baby.
It's like, hey,
We're
chill.
coming for your money.
Chill.
Okay?
Yeah. No, look, that nobody can sue over that because it is an original creation based off of my own personal idea, and they actually stole the idea from me.
Who?
Harvard,
Right.
And
Well, that's not what that one looks like.
Yale to a lesser extent.
Yale to a lesser extent. Have you been to Yale?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What state is it in?
Utah.
I don't think you've been to Yale, sir.
Wait, were you talking about the college or the that guy Yale, and he sells crack out of his fucking basement? Which one? I think I misunderstood you. Because I know
I'm
it.
referring to the Yale University, not Yale.
Oh, okay. Cool. No, okay. I haven't been.
Okay.
Is it lit?
No.
Mm,
But they got good pizza.
You hear that, ladies and gentlemen? You want to get rid of student loans? Stop going to college and just put all your money into the Patreon and get your education from me. Because I'm dropping life lessons out here.
Picoin 2030. Picoin 2030.
Picoin.
Picoin.
There's
Picoin.
Picon, the guy from
Also just pies
Dragon
in
Ball
general.
Z.
Key lime, chocolate, you know what I mean? Apple. Let's be honest. There's a safe investment in these uncertain times. Apple pie.
You know where the only safe place to put your assets in these trying times
My
is by
ass.
having sex with an apple pie like that guy from that movie. That guy was so cool.
that Jason Biggs was so cool.
Yeah.
And we admire him for
You-
teaching us, all us finance bros, that, women don't like us, but you can always fuck a pie.
Fuck a pie. They shouldn't have said anything and tried to like put the pieces back and then had a scene later where someone eats it. If I was doing the rewrites on that fucking movie, that's what I would have done.
You would have had his dad, Eugene Levy.
And be like, no, look, we could put it back together.
He smells it and he's like, he's not sure. And then he's like, fuck it. Ah.
The icing you put on this.
Huh?
Oh, it
It
had to be in a
better have
draft.
been.
In a draft. The icing you put on this is delicious, son.
Well, I don't think he would say that. But
Dad, that's
it should be more of him puking after, like he immediately realizes what it is.
Well, also in my version of it,
He's eating a lot of
he's
pineapple. I get
a
it.
closeted gay man cheating on his wife, and he has Actually, like in my draft, there's about 45 minutes of it dedicated to Eugene Levy just cruising bathroom stalls and shit.
Did you do a lot of research for this?
Yeah. I went down. I actually collaborated with Glad on that. We're
Watch the movie Cruisin' with Al Pacino.
no, is that what that movie's about? Jesus, I thought it was about like a guy driving a cool car or something.
He's out on the town looking for dick.
Good God. Well, you can't say anything, but that guy's got range.
Yeah,
you know what?
So does your beehole.
Wait. You know what's funny is that Al Pacino doesn't have any range. He just plays a lot of different characters, but they're all Al Pacino. So he's getting his ass fucked, and he's like, ooh. What's a fucking other? Say hello to my little friend, and then he's like gets fucked in the bathroom. I love Pacino though, man. Good guy.
Good guy. Hey, man, having kids in your 80s,
Personal.
he's part of the SBU family. You know what I mean?
I'll give him an honorary doctorate. He can be sort of like our Dr. Cosby, Dr. Pacino.
I'm here for it.
All right, you heard it here first. Al Pacino is now an honorary master's degree doctorate of human psychology and sexuality, as approved by Swollen Ballers University ourselves. Let's give him a hand, you guys. It's our first official doctorate.
Well,
Wow, you guys didn't join in on that at all. You're all going to hell.
Yeah, if you're making money, you're going to hell, baby. So you got to pick it. You know what I mean? It's one or the other, and we are all going to hell.
Because I'm fucking loaded. I'll tell you that much.
Yo, like I said, passive income, Picoin is at 54 cents a coin. I have 900 coins.
Dude, we should pump and dump Zimbabwe coin and then use it to buy up a bunch of cheap housing and then just be like evil landlords and then
Slumlords.
like make families live in there for generations. That's like kind of the ultimate passive income.
You're basically trying to steal BlackRock's business model at the moment.
Well, I wasn't going to say it like that, but that's a little racist. But okay, I don't know. I'm just
Again, Daddy T is in office.
Look, the only father I look up to is our Father in heaven, Lord Jesus Christ. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Who's this Jesus you speak of?
He's this Mexican guy. He sells me drugs.
Nice.
And by heaven, that's what they call the fucking trap house. I don't know. It'd be funnier if I thought of something better. The fucking whorehouse. It's not much better, but yeah. Oh, it's like a strip club. Yeah, we call this place heaven because when you get through there, all you see is clouds. That would make more sense if it was a trap house.
I think it makes more sense as a strip club than a trap house.
Because when you get in there, all you see is fucking. You see the light.
What's it like living in a trap house, Nas?
Since I run it, I mean, it's a lot of stress.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to go, hey, get out of here, you junkie bitch. And you have to kill him.
Heavy lies the crown.
I mean, it's a lot of responsibilities.
Yeah.
Doug, where are we at on time?
47 minutes.
You want to cut it off at 55 and then we'll have a little room to play with? All right, I like it. Well, besides killing people, selling drugs, and pump and dumping and insider trading, I think what are some other of our best options to invest in these days? Concrete salesmen. Because of all the people that are going to be jumping in. Oh yeah, we were trying to profit off of suicide earlier too.
What we need to find out what the number one method of suicide is in the United States, and then invest in that.
You could become like a cat farmer or something, because people are going to be eating a lot of cat meat in the next couple of years.
No, cat meat is too sour. Dog meat, far better.
Get the fuck out of my studio. We only like all dogs are boys and all cats are girls. That's from the internet, but it's true. Also, you know what else? Turtle meat. Underrated meat.
Underrated? Are we talking underrated meat? Bat meat.
In terms of reptiles.
And reptile. I mean, let's be honest. Alligator.
Actually, people say alligator's pretty good.
I mean, it's like chicken.
What people forget
Water chickens.
Is that turtle soup was really popular for a long time. But it always fucks me up because I'm like, it is a reptile. It's a fucking weird-ass aquatic reptile. It's gross, right?
It's an amphibian.
No, it's a reptile.
Amphibic reptile.
We should eat salamanders. Actually, people probably do because people eat frogs.
Yep, the French. I've been to France.
I'm going to be a frog farmer. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pump and dump this whole operation, sell this podcast to Russia. Also, if Russia's listening, I will just agree
Как
with...
дела? Хорошо.
I will agree with...
Пиздец охуенно, блядь.
I don't know if he said something racist. I don't know this guy.
That's how you speak Russian is racist. That's the only way it happens.
It's the only language made up of only racist slurs.
Clearly, you don't speak Russian.
But I'm reaching out and I'm saying, I heard you were funding a bunch of people's podcasts and shit. Just throw me like a cool $2 million and
I'll give you 14 pie coin.
I'll say whatever you want. Yeah, can I just have some pie coin?
I'll give you 14 for this podcast.
This podcast with well, technically right now there's only one listener, and he's in the room right now. But we're expanding. We're expanding at a rapid rate. We already have a preferred drink, and we're moving into the international market as well. As you know, we're teaming up with the Taliban to sell heroin or I forgot what we were talking about.
Heroin. It was heroin.
And we're teaming up with Wall Street to invest in concrete subsidies to, when everyone starts jumping out of windows and shit. I mean, this is a steadily expanding business, and it's only been like an hour.
You're welcome, America.
Yeah. You gonna say thanks, bitch? America. America for spacious skies. All is due to Nas. This is the SBU fight song. Swollen ballers, get your pockets, and then you will be drowning in pussy and shit. I ran out of shit. I don't know. I think my.
Have you ever drowned in pussy?
You could if you're not careful.
That's not. I asked, have you?
No, because I wear a snorkel.
You're a smart man.
Yeah. Well, you never know. There's a lot more squirters out there nowadays than there used to be.
I was thinking more from a smell perspective.
Oh, no. I mean, I waterboard. Yeah, that'd be cool. You waterboard someone with a squirter. It's like...
What a way to die. What a way to die.
When they start arresting non-cisgenders, they waterboard them with pussy juice. That'd be cool.
They're already, you know what I mean? They're sending people to El Salvador.
Hey, we were just talking about what's the next investment. I just realized the next
El Salvadorian prisons, baby.
The only solid job market in the next 10 years is going to be a prison guard in an El Salvadorian prison. They're the only ones with job security. And then like 250 million Americans are in these like Latin American fucking super prisons. And then it's just like, hey, wait. Were you that guy from that podcast? I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Have you ever seen the show Prison Break?
No, I'm not.
The second episode, the second season, is about breaking out of a Latin American fucking jail.
What?
So
how the fuck did? Wait,
it's like
they started in a regular prison, right?
Yes.
How did shit go so south? By the second season?
You know, a lot of people say Prison Break is like The Simpsons. They predict the future.
Dude, a lot of people say. I remember that being a popular show, but
tens of people have said it, and I've already started getting tattoos of sexually explicit positions with Spanish undertones, so that I might, talk to the guards, get me out of some stuff. By doing some stuff.
I got a full rib tattoo of Krusty the Clown blowing Santa Muerte. I think that could get me into a gang.
Let's see it.
And then it's just the N-word.
Okay. No.
Well, it is. No.
Nas.
Well, what if I go to South American jail because of my my just brilliant business acumen, and then I have to get out? All right. I think that's a perfect place to land on. Krusty the Clown blowing the Saint of Death. And I would like to thank once again our esteemed guest speaker, Evan Sanford.
Piecoin.
Piecoin. Keep that in mind at all times. Also, Zimbabwe coin. And as always, thanks to my thrifty, nifty sidekick and producer, Doug in the sound booth. It's Nas Janice, the Mean Dean, signing off. That's Swollen Ballers University. To join the frat, hit like and subscribe. I'll see you guys at the party. Peace.
Money.